Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my kitchen. Guess what time it is? It's time for another HelloFresh. I'm so excited. We just got it at the door. I haven't even opened it yet. I cannot wait to see what's inside and I cannot wait to share these recipes with you. Okay, Cookie is already trying to get in here because there is fresh food up in there and I think she knows it. But I wanted to show you guys really quick the meals that we got. I'm so excited about these. We've got pork sausage spaghetti bolognese with zucchini ribbons and parmesan. We got balsamic fig chicken with roasted potatoes and mixed greens. And then we also got beef and cheese tostadas with long green pepper, tomato salsa, and hot sauce crema. These are going to be so good. We are so excited about these. So if you have never tried HelloFresh before, I highly suggest trying it. This is actually our third time doing HelloFresh and we just absolutely love it. So with HelloFresh, you can skip the shopping, skip the prepping. You get pre-portioned ingredients with chef-curated recipes delivered right to your door. They are so easy and fun to make. And I've told you guys before, one of the main reasons why I love HelloFresh, not only are these meals delicious, they're very, very easy to make, but my husband is very picky and he's not always open-minded. So he's not always willing to try out new things, but he's kind of forced to when it comes to HelloFresh. And every time he has loved every meal that we've ever made. So I'm gonna put the link down below so you guys can check it out. There will also be a coupon code, which is Gypsy Wife Life 60, which will get you $60 off and free shipping on your first order with HelloFresh. HelloFresh is sustainable, flexible, and it saves you time. And if you're new to cooking, maybe you're not a big fan of cooking, this is also perfect for you. Because of the way that the recipes are written out, they are so easy to follow, and even if you are not good at cooking, you can totally master these recipes. HelloFresh literally has something for everyone. They have different options to choose from. They have low calorie, vegetarian, and family friendly, which is what we always choose. Everything in this box is pre-prepped, so there's no measuring, there's no trying to figure it out, which I'll show you in a second. Some of the ingredients in here are really cute. The best thing about that is there's less prepping for you and less food waste. You can also change your delivery days and you can change your food preferences. So I'm gonna show you guys what's inside. This is actually a pretty big box and it is heavy, but that's because they have big ice blocks in here to keep your food cold. So if you're not home, you're at work or wherever you're at, your food is actually gonna stay cold because these ice blocks in here are huge and they stay frozen for a really long time. So this is what it looks like inside. It's actually big paper bags and these are reusable. They really come in handy when you're making the food because you can just throw all your little garbage in here. This one is the pork sausage. Let's get out the other ones and I'm also gonna show you the ice block. Also put the meat down below. Let's get them out. So yeah, we've got 3 ice blocks in here. Okay, so I know y'all are gonna think I'm crazy about saying that some of the ingredients are cute, but they are. Because they're pre-portioned, things like this is just adorable to me. Look at this, balsamic vinegar. You don't have to measure anything. Here it is. Anyways, so, this is exciting. This is the balsamic fig chicken. I mean, they literally send you everything that you need. You don't have to go to the store for anything else, which I absolutely love. So we've got the mixed greens here. We've got the potatoes. We've got the vegetables, the herbs. These are just so easy. They're so tasty, I promise. And like I said, my husband is picky, so this definitely forces him to try something new. And I love it because he loves it every time. I'm like, see, if you would just be more open-minded and try new things out, you would find out that you love it. So thank you, HelloFresh. So the first meal we're making in this video is the pork sausage spaghetti bolognese with zucchini ribbons and parmesan. These are all of the ingredients that you will need to make this dish, which is garlic zucchini spaghetti, Italian pork sausage, Tuscan heat spice, marinara sauce, and parmesan. The first step I'm doing here is just mincing my garlic, and I'm also going to trim the ends off of my zucchini, and using a potato peeler, I'm going to shave the zucchini into thin ribbons. So I'm putting on some water to boil for the pasta, and I'm also adding some salt to the water. So now I am just taking my sausage out of the package, and I am removing the sausage from the casing, and then I am discarding the casing. Then I'm going to add some olive oil in my pan, and we're going to start cooking the sausage and breaking it up into pieces until browned. Okay, so I know I was supposed to put olive oil in the pan before I put the meat in, but I had actually forgot to do that. So I put my meat in the pan and I was like, oh no, I forgot to add the olive oil, so I just added that in there afterwards. So now that my sausage is done browning, I'm going to go ahead and stir in that minced garlic and the Tuscan Heat spice seasonings. Now I'm just adding in the marinara sauce to the sausage mixture, and I'm going to cook this for about 3 or 4 minutes until the sauce is slightly reduced. My pasta is done cooking, so I drained it, and now I'm just adding it to the pan of the sausage and the sauce, and I'm just going to mix that together. I'm also going to be adding in some of the reserved pasta cooking water that I had set to the side, and then I'm going to add in the zucchini ribbons. I'm going to season with salt and pepper, and we're also adding in a little bit of butter. And we're just going to cook that a few minutes until the zucchini is softened. So this is what our plates look like, me and Alan's, and now it's time to eat. Okay, so we just sat down, we're fixing to dig into this meal. Neither of us has tasted it yet, but I know it's gonna be so good. So good. It looks delicious, it smells so good.
Good.
Very good. Very good.
First I have to roll my pasta like a true Italian. Ready?
Good? Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah.
Thumbs up from me.
It's just as good as the ravioli one. Chicken sausage ravioli with that sauce. Right?
Which is Alan's favorite, by the way. And I have to make it like pretty much every other day. Delicious. Okay, we'll see you guys next meal. We're gonna go ahead and eat our food. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Now it's time for the second meal. We're making beef and cheese tostadas with long green pepper, tomato salsa, and hot sauce crema. These are all of the ingredients we're going to be using today. We're going to be using Roma tomato, cilantro, lime, long green pepper, yellow onion, sour cream, hot sauce, ground beef, Southwest spice blend, chili powder, beef stock concentrate, flour tortillas, and Mexican cheese blend. So one thing I forgot to mention is that Alan is actually going to be cooking this meal tonight. But I just went ahead and cut up the vegetables beforehand for him just so that it wouldn't be too much on him. So I'm cutting up the lime, the cilantro, the tomato, the onion, and the pepper. So for the tomato, I'm just gonna dice it up and I'm gonna chop up the cilantro. For the pepper, I'm going to cut it in half, take out all of the insides, and then thinly slice it into strips. And for the onion, you're gonna cut that in half, and you're gonna thinly slice one half because that's gonna go in with the beef and the peppers. And then the other side of the onion, you're gonna finely chop, and that's for the salsa. So the first thing Alan is doing here is preheating the oven to 450 degrees, and he's doing that for the tortillas. Now he's going to make the salsa. So he is just going to mix together the Roma tomato, the onion, the cilantro, and then he's going to squeeze some lime into that mixture and mix it up. So now he is making the hot sauce crema, and all he's doing is mixing some sour cream with the hot sauce and a little bit of water and stirring it together. Next step is to add some olive oil into the pan, and he's going to add in his beef, the Southwest spice, and the chili powder, and a little bit of salt, and he's going to cook the meat, breaking it up into pieces until brown. So while the meat is still cooking in the pan, he's just taking these tortillas, placing them on a baking sheet, pouring a little bit of olive oil on each one and then brushing the olive oil all over the tortilla, and then he's going to lightly pierce each tortilla with a fork. So once the oven is done preheating, you're just gonna put the tortillas in the oven and bake them on the top rack, flipping them halfway through until lightly golden, so 4 to 5 minutes for each side. So now he is adding in the green pepper and the sliced onion and a little bit of salt. He's gonna cook the vegetables till they're tender. And then he's gonna add in the beef stock concentrate and a little bit of water and simmer that until it's thickened. It's good, huh?
Yeah.
So we used 3 of the tortillas for the tostadas, and then we saved a few just so Alan could make a regular taco. So what he's doing is just putting the tortilla in the pan with some butter and heating those up. And now it's time to decorate the tostada. So he's just putting all of the stuff on the tostada. He made his plate and mine, which I am so proud of him because you know it's always me making the plates, but he did it all for me on this night and I absolutely loved it and appreciated it, and he did such a good job. If you're listening right now, go ahead and leave Alan a comment down below and tell him what a good job he did. I'm sure he would love to hear that. The bae made me tostadas.
Ah, tostadas.
Got to bite into them for the first time. So I did 3 tortillas in the oven and then I left 2 out so Alan could just make a regular taco. Ready?
Yeah.
Mmm.
Mmm.
It's good.
Yeah.
Delicious. Oh, I like that sauce too. What do you think?
Yeah, good.
That's easy to make, right?
Yeah. I did it myself.
So see, ladies, your husband can do it too. Oh, it's a good bite. I'm gonna cut the oven off. Don't be eyeballing mine.
Put me up on mine. Mmm.
So good. And so simple. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my food. I'm probably gonna make another taco out of this. And this was absolutely delicious. Thank you for making me dinner. Taco kiss. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. We're gonna be making something totally different. So yeah, bye. So next we are making the balsamic fig chicken with roasted potatoes and mixed greens. So for this meal we're going to be using Yukon Gold potatoes, a shallot, rosemary, lemon, chicken breast, balsamic vinegar, fig jam, chicken stock concentrate, and mixed greens. And now I am preheating the oven to 450 degrees so that I can roast my potatoes. So now I'm just dicing up my potatoes and I'm putting them in a bowl, and then I'm going to drizzle some olive oil on them and add some salt and pepper, toss it around a little bit, and we're gonna place that on a baking sheet and we're gonna roast on the top rack in the oven, tossing halfway through until browned and tender for 20 to 25 minutes. So now that I've got my potatoes in the oven, I'm gonna go ahead and mince the shallot. I'm also going to strip some rosemary leaves from the stems, and then I'm going to finely chop the leaves, and then I'm going to cut up a lemon, which is actually what I'm doing now. And I'm taking all the seeds out because I don't want seeds in my salad. So I put some olive oil in my pan, I seasoned my chicken with salt and pepper, and now I'm adding the chicken to the pan, and then I'm going to cook it. So I actually didn't film a lot of me cooking the chicken because it's just sitting there by itself in the pan, so I hope that's okay. But now I'm just mixing together the salad. So you just drizzle some olive oil, you squeeze the lemons, and then add salt and pepper and mix, and that's all. So once your chicken is done, you're gonna take it out of the pan and set it to the side and lower the heat on the stove. Then you're gonna add in your shallots and your chopped rosemary, which smelled absolutely amazing, by the way. You're gonna add a little bit of olive oil to the same pan. You're gonna cook it till it softens, so for like 2 to 3 minutes. Then you're going to stir in the vinegar and the jam, and you're gonna simmer that until it is syrupy, so for about 1 minute. Then you're gonna stir in the stock concentrate and 1/4 cup of water. Cook that for about 2 to 3 minutes until it is thick and glossy. And then you're gonna stir in 1 tablespoon of butter seasoned with salt and pepper. By the way, this is what my chicken looked like after it was done cooking. And then the next step is to slice it up in thin slices. So this is what my potatoes ended up looking like. And we also made some garlic bread. which didn't come with the meals or HelloFresh. We had just gotten that separately because we was craving some garlic bread. And this is the finished product. This is what it turned out looking like. And now it's time to eat. So I actually have this clip muted because Alan was on the phone and I obviously didn't want the conversation being heard. So yeah, he's talking on the phone and we're eating this meal. It turned out so good. The chicken was so moist. The sauce was absolutely delicious. One thing I would highly recommend is to keep an eye on your potatoes. I had walked away for a minute or so and left them in there maybe 2 minutes too long, and they ended up pretty roasty. So I would probably cook them for about 20 minutes instead of 25, and I would definitely check them to see if they're done and then take them out ahead of time. Anyways, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much, HelloFresh, for sponsoring this video. Don't forget the link is down below if you guys want to check out HelloFresh, and don't forget to use my coupon because you can save some money with that coupon and also get free shipping, which is an awesome deal. Give this video a thumbs up and leave me some comments down below. I would love to hear from you, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!